Hi Perry, I'm making this movie specially for you. I want to tell you how I've managed to become a non-smoker, and that's after 50 years of smoking. I heard you were having a trouble stopping smoking, so I'm going to tell you how I've managed to do it, and it's been so easy. For me, it's a complete miracle. So I'm vaping. I'm vaping instead of smoking, and I'm going to tell you how it works. I bought myself a starter pack of electronic cigarettes, and I bought mine from Jack Vapor in Edinburgh, but everybody can use whatever they feel most comfortable with. I'm sticking to these because they've been so amazing. So in my starter pack, which I got in a very nice box like that, I got a wall plug for recharging the batteries on my electronic cigarette. I got a USB plug for recharging the batteries on my computer, and these are the batteries. That is an electronic cigarette battery, and it has the energy, the power to send electricity, if you like, that's the electronic part, into this little device, which is a cartomizer. The cartomizer has an atomizer in it, which is the same as a nebulizer that converts glycol into water vapor. And so it's the same system as an asthma spray or a nebulizer in a hospital. So that is an electronic cigarette put together. It has the battery and the cartomizer. And then, because I like things glamorous, I decorated mine. That's my silver one. I took the paper off the cartomizer part to expose the silver, and then I painted that with that nail varnish with a glitter in it. So that's a very glamorous electronic cigarette, good enough to take to a party. There's a little trick to smoking them. Of course, you're not smoking, you're not burning any leaves of any kind whatsoever. You are vaping. So the little trick is give a little puff first, and then draw in a long, slow draw. That heats up the glycol, which is in the cartomizer, and the glycerine is transformed into water vapor. In the cartomizer is nicotine, and you can get it in all sorts of flavors. I'm going to order myself a special new flavor. I've tried chocolate. The juice comes in these little bottles, and that is red. That's just a tobacco flavor, and then this one is a chocolate flavor. And I'm about to order some more from a company that makes all sorts of delicious flavors, like lemon meringue pie and all that stuff. So I'm going to try all the flavors, apple, and you can get all the sweets, all the pudding flavors on a vegetable glycerine base with a little bit of polyglycol in it as well, and then the flavoring, and of course the nicotine. You can order any strength of nicotine you like in the electronic juice, and what you do is you drip it when your cartomizer, which is empty. You pop off the end, and then you drip some of the electronic juice inside your cartomizer to fill it up, and then you screw it back on the battery, and you're ready to go again. So I'm going to order some new flavors now because I've had fun trying the chocolate, and so there's tricks. For me, it was an easy transformation because I always had a cigarette, because I smoked in my house. I always had a cigarette somewhere near me, and I was a quick puffer and put it down, and often it went out because it was a home rolled cigarette. And so that quick picking it up, having a little puff, putting it down again, suited me perfectly for changing from smoking analog cigarettes, as they call them, to just simply vaping. Now my sister's trying vaping as well, but she's not having such an easy time as I am, because when she smokes she goes outside and never smokes in her house, and she stands outside and she has a whole cigarette. Well, I've never been like that. So she's having trouble. She goes outside and she stands there and vapes. Well, if you've got a high tobacco content in your vapor that you're inhaling into your lungs, in the first 2 or 3 vapes your nicotine requirement is satisfied, and then you sort of feel full, and then you don't want to go on vaping. So I made her a reduced nicotine mix, which she's trying, and I think it's helping her, so that she can go outside and she can stand there and have a whole cigarette in her mind, vape for 5 or 7 minutes, whatever she was used to, and not suddenly have her nicotine just filled, her desire for nicotine just filled so quickly. So I'm saying to you, Perry, if you want to have a bash at moving away from smoking, burning tobacco, try vaping. This vaping has transformed my life. I now have had not a single tobacco grain in my house. I have not got my rolling machine, no tobacco, no anything that was my old lifestyle anywhere near me for over a month now. But it took me, say, a month and a half to gradually find that I preferred vaping to smoking. And I preferred vaping to smoking because I don't smell, my house doesn't smell. When I go and give my lessons, I'm not frightened that my students are going to smell old cigarette tobacco on me. So for me, it's been wonderful, a release. And I don't have to be frightened that I'll be trapped somewhere and I can't have a cigarette. So psychologically, it's very freeing. So I'm suggesting you have a bash. And seeing I got the messages that you are having a struggle, not smoking, I thought I'd tell you how I'd done it. I think I've told you everything. And so, best of luck. Email me if you've got any questions. And keep in touch, because I'd love to know how you manage. Blessings, Perry.